Hello, and welcome to Dice Dropping's Song of Ice and Fire role-playing game, Chronicles of House Weirlight. Say hi, House Weirlight.
Hello, everyone.
Weirlight in the house.
As you can see, Lord and Lady Weirlight are not going to be joining us. We might see Lady Weirlight later, but if not, that's all right.
Parents are gone. We're going to have a house party. It's going to be fine.
Woo! We're going to throw a tourney while they're gone.
They're out riding.
Which means another sibling.
Riding.
Mm-hmm.
Each other.
Yeah, it is.
I love that Aaron is like the present day 13-year-old child. It's like, my parents have
Hey, I've embodied Henrik. Was like, Rose, I want to hear about it. Oh.
That's good stuff. But if y'all don't know where we left off last time, the
peril.
The family had discovered that there was a bounty, specifically upon the unique dragonbone knife that was given to Henrik mysteriously. And it was under the belief of whoever posted this bounty that it was in the possession of Thorsten, even though it was not. Upon discovering this and upon discovering many other things, the steward of the house, Clarissa, and the sworn sword, Nymora, decided to go to this inn in Flea Bottom, where you could drop off the bounty, and discover who possibly was posting it. Upon getting there, Clarissa disguised, and Nymora not so much.
Because I'm a dumb lesbian.
It is revealed
with my girlfriend.
It is revealed that the poster of the bounty was none other than Reuben Piper, which is quite surprising, I think, to many people.
Mm-hmm.
The ignoble, rich merchant who was set to marry Iris Dannett before her mysterious disappearance.
Mm-hmm.
Now, having recognized Nymora as the, half-bastard female, half-Dornish guard of the Weirlights, you do stand out.
What did I just say? I'm real stupid.
And we are basically recognize you had his 3 mercenaries, whose lovely names are Tuck Cooper, Mansell Pikeman, and Clovis Trafford. Just, for those lore nerds of you.
Mm-hmm.
And have set to realizing he does not wish his plot discovered, therefore must kill. And that's where we kind of are opening the curtain today. Sort of in media res, as it were. Nymora, this is something that's often happened to you. Oh, Lady Weirlight is here.
Give me a second. I will rearrange.
'Twas a short ride.
Hooray.
'Twas a short ride.
Game off, car.
But as we get that settled, something that Nymora has heard quite often, and I don't think Clarissa has ever heard, please roll for combat initiative.
Oh, God.
Clarissa, for you, if you don't know, it's agility.
I did know that. I
Bad.
read all the shit. But
Come on. Woo!
Weird.
Way to go.
I will get us over
Real good
that
for
screen
you.
in a hot
Gotta be
second.
supportive. Oh, he did better. Oh, damn it.
of course he did better. They're all gonna do better.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Mhm.
We'll see.
Very optimistic standpoint in this.
There we go.
Hey.
Old Tuck.
Damn it, Tuck. Get it right.
Yep. Tuck is the one with a bow.
Good.
No.
Well, he's not going to fire it indoors. It's indoors. All right. So as we sort of come to see the scene, on one side of the bar, it's a table. There Namora, you're still stood there, basically Clarissa in cloaked, right directly like touching your shoulder. You are kind of cornered this way. Luckily, you are between Clarissa and the three men currently that are staring you down. The bartender and the patron who locked the door looked to not really be looking to get involved in this, but maybe the patron who locked the door maybe is looking to get some coin through his way, maybe. But they don't seem like they're really getting involved. It is just these three experienced mercenaries who, Naimora, you personally know and have drunken with. Which that Mansell, who puts his cestises up, just kind of goes, nothing personal, Naimora. Yeah.
It's your funeral.
He laughs and then will go to punch you with his metal fists. And here he goes. He's going to, let's see here. What is he going to do? That's a good question. I think he's going to start this off. Yep, I think he's he's just going to, he's feeling a little confident. He's got two other guys backing him up. He's going to make a he does have to move. Yeah, so he'll just move and basic attack. We'll just go with that.
All right.
He's got to get in very close to use his
Yeah,
his
he
fist.
does.
So he runs up to you and makes a cestus attack. 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. My defense is 12.
12. Ooh, okay. So he gets 2 degrees of hit. So he gets an extra rank of damage. So that is 6 damage to you.
6 damage. And my rating -4, I think. Okay. Oof. Okay.
All right. So so he comes in and gives you a quick punch to your head. You move out of the way, catches you in the shoulder. You roll with it. It's okay. You're fine.
Yeah. A bruise.
Bruce. Next up, I believe was it Clovis? Yeah.
It was Clovis. Yes.
Yeah, Clovis has drawn his blade. He has a shield as well. And he also walks up and comes for you. And boop. 12. Just enough. I don't actually think he's going to deal enough damage to hurt you with just that, though. Because it would be 3 damage.
Nope. Soaked.
All right. Then it kind of comes at you, but you manage to kind of roll with it. And it's not an issue so far. Which I believe leads to you, Naimora.
All right. I'm sorry about this, guys. I really am. I don't really want to have to do this, but I'm gonna shove Clarissa towards the door.
Sure.
And then I am going to.
I don't think that's a basic action.
That's a basic action.
A lesser action to do that.
That's a lesser action. Okay. Then I still have one basic attack left, so I will.
Yeah, they're both right there. So.
I'm gonna take care of Mansell because he's right up on me.
He is. He's in your ship.
So, my spear. So that's actually a 24. And no, hang on, I roll another die.
What?
It's because of expertise. +5.
Whoa!
His combat defense is 10.
Yeah, I have 5. I have 5 in fighting, and spear expertise lets me add a full die.
That's 4 degrees of success.
What's the base damage of your spear?
I think it's just 4 damage. 4.
4 times 4, 16. Well, he has. Okay. Well, he will take. Fuck. Yeah. Okay.
This is the only thing I do good, guys. This is all I got.
He would have to take.
Like I said, brain and brawn.
Yeah, he's gonna have to take. He's gonna have to take 3 injuries.
All right.
And even then, yeah. Oh my god, he's barely. Yeah, what was it? So that's 9. So, because that's 16. So that's. Oh my god. Yeah, so you stab him. He kind of tries to knock the thing, but you go directly through his side and pull out, and he just like, oh god. That's definitely, you didn't get him as deep as you wanted, but he's still in the fight, but he's bleeding now.
Yeah, nothing personal, man. So if you want to walk away, you can.
Yeah, so he's
So
just
cool.
like, fuck you, fucking bitch. He's just saying pain things now. Yeah, all right. Good work, Naimora.
No, I
So
love to hear
far-
those sweet nothings.
So far, one of your opponents is bleeding now,
Mhm.
and none of you two are, so that's good. Next up, I believe, is Clarissa.
Yes, I would like to look around. I believe that's just going to be usability, but
Yes, it is.
perfect. Yeah, I'm looking for pretty much anything. I'm looking around for a place to hide, best place to leave, other people in the building, things of that sort.
Sure. So just look around. There'll be lesser. So why don't you just let's be fun. Let's make an awareness test.
Okay. 24.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
What do your elf eyes see?
Right. So you have several options. The door has been locked. However, it's not like it's been with a key or anything. Like it's just there's a
Like a
post
deadbolt?
over it now. Yeah, it's essentially right. Like it's a wooden deadbolt, which you can from this side open. There is a fairly disgusting, scary-looking man standing there. You don't know if he's good in a fight, but doesn't really have to be. There is a window to your right. Now, remember, this is Flea Bottom and it's medieval, so there's no glass or anything. It's just
It's an open window.
a window that has like these
A hole in the wall.
things.
Hole in the wall.
Essentially, yeah, that you could, climb out of or throw yourself out of if you want to be dramatic. And go into the poo that's outside. There is the bartender who is kind of standing back, but he's still holding like the bejeweled dagger. And you don't know, he's seeing you, and you don't know if you kind of go closer to him, he might stab you. You're not sure. He looks like he doesn't want to be involved, but you do, with I think awareness, would be able to tell if you got close enough to him, he might try and stab you. Directly to his right, there is a piece of cloth that covers some kind of opening that might lead. Actually, you got a 24. You would know would lead to some kind of side room. The room that Reuben Piper is behind all of the mercenaries. And there are essentially like 5 tables in here and several chairs. There is a post that has 3 small knives in it as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's in this room. Oh, also, you think there is either a drunk or dead man in the corner?
Cool. Glad to
Maybe
hear
it's a
it.
drunk man on his way to being dead.
Yep.
True.
Eh.
All right, I'm gonna move. Yeah, I'll move towards the door.
The door, the
Nope. I'm gonna move towards the window.
Okay, you move towards the window.
Yes.
All right, you are at the window, and that is basically your turn. Good stuff. All right, top of the round, Mansell. Mansell has 3 injuries. Mansell just goes backwards and immediately grabs a chair and sits down, and is just like,
Done.
yeah, he's done. He's 100% done.
Totally done.
These men, while will kill for money, will not die for money. So he's just like, ugh, get him, Clovis. Now, of course, before Mansell does that, Tuck has to take his turn. Tuck, who is kind of, I mean, you can tell he's the youngest because the only one who doesn't have a beard, but he's still not young by any standard. He's just got kind of longer hair, and he's just like, and he's just like looks over at Clarissa by the doorway, and then like looks but then sees Mansell's bleeding, and he's like, all right, and he takes his sword out, and he's gonna go for a swing on Nemura.
That hits.
20. All right.
Not
Not quite. So that will be another 6 damage to you
Okay.
because they don't have any cool things like you, who has all.
Okay.
Yeah, because I believe that's only 1 degree of 2 technically degrees of success. So yeah. All right. Cool. So that is basically his turn. Now Mansell, he just backs away. He's like, Yeah. He's got a pretty serious injury. 3. Like he's just like, ow. Clovis, however, he's going to really go for it. Clovis, I believe, is going to make a, what is it called? He's going to make a reckless attack,
Okay.
where he is going to increase his fighting, but lower his combat defense. Here we go. Sword. 27.
Jesus, yeah.
Yeah, what is it? 66654. Yeah, that's about
That's a
right.
crit, isn't it?
It is. He is crit you.
Yeah. I'm probably going to have to take an injury.
Probably. So let's see. That is 3 6s. Yikes. Okay. Whoa, I didn't have the crit rules out. I'm the worst. Okay. Where are you? Injuries in combat. Here we go. All right. La, 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 la. Critical table. Oh, was it? There it is. Found it. All right. So you have a bloody wound.
Okay.
Your attack leaves a bleeding wound. In addition to the damage dealt, the target gains 1 injury. This injury does not reduce damage. If your opponent cannot take another injury, he takes a wound. If he cannot take a wound, he dies.
Okay, so take an injury.
So you immediately take an injury, and then also the damage, because I believe, what is that? That's 4 degrees of success.
Take another injury. All right.
So you will take 12 damage.
Minus.
Yeah. And every time you take an injury, you reduce the damage by equal to your endurance.
Yeah, I have to take another injury. All right. So I take a second injury, so that's -2. But I am still in the game.
All right, cool. So, you just come down with the blade, and I think you go to block it, but he drove a lot more fighting force than you were expecting, and it just digs directly into your shoulder, and it bites. blood starts forming, but it's not anything that's really going to
Mhm.
stop you. It's not a fatal hit
Yeah.
whatsoever.
I
So
haven't started taking wounds yet, so
yeah, exactly. However, his combat defense is lowered.
I'm going to try and murder this man.
All right. Well, it is in fact your turn, Imora. So
All right. So, Tuck is the one who has the bow, right?
he's got the bow on his back.
Is he
Yeah.
just hanging out?
No, he attacked you with his sword.
Oh, okay,
He
yeah.
got you. Yeah. He.
Oh, yeah, that was the first. Okay, that was.
Yeah.
the
They
last one.
both have. They all have long swords.
Oh well. Yeah, Clovis.
Yeah. Clovis
Clovis
has a
is a-
shield. Yeah.
Clovis has and Clovis did reckless, right?
Reckless. Yes, he did.
Yeah, yeah. Let's take care of him because he's got the shield. Yep. Plus
Yeah.
3.
Too bad you
20.
don't have any 6s, but otherwise that would have been crit. But yeah, 20.
Oh,
Yeah, 20. That is 4 degrees of success.
Okay.
His
That was-
combat defense is 5 right now.
So that was my first basic attack. So,
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So your base damage is how much? 4?
4.
Okay, so that's 16 damage to Clovis.
Mhm.
Well, Clovis is going to take. He doesn't want to die, so he will
Mhm.
take. 10 and then 3. So yeah. Yep. Sounds good. So he's definitely injured
Yeah.
after that. And
All
you
right.
have your second attack?
I'm not making this non-lethal.
I assume this is to the death.
No,
situation.
yeah, they knew what they were getting.
They all know what's going on. Yeah. Well, his combat defense is still 5, so 18. So
Yeah,
that is
garbage
still
rolls.
3 degrees of success. So that's that's 12 damage. Well, Clovis doesn't want to die, so he gonna take a wound. Deuce that damage, and then just so yeah. This one you kind of like just do quick 2 stabs. One he managed to kind of divert to like his shoulder, but you pull back. The next one you hit him through the stomach, and
Nice. Nasty.
if he doesn't get that treated, he's gonna die.
Yeah.
And so he's just holding it in a lot of pain, and his eyes go very wide.
Point at Tuck and just say, "So how much money are you willing to die for today, huh?"
Oof. That is a thing. All right, Clarissa.
Am I near one of the tables?
You are.
I'm gonna take a seat at the table and I'm just gonna like lean and I'll look at them and I'll go, yeah, this really doesn't seem like your day, does it?
Oh gosh. Okay.
That will be my turn.
That will be your turn.
Power
Fantastic.
move.
Indeed, power move. Hold on.
No fucks given.
Mhm.
Should flash some of that coin that you always carry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I start fiddling with a gold dragon.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so I'm just looking at stuff right now.
How much
Okay.
money to throw the fight, Rocky? How much?
Well, they haven't paid a lot, but they're not going to die for the money. Yeah, I think. Oh, if you interesting. So you just sit there and do that. Okay.
Yeah, basically passing.
Yeah. So Tuck, kind of after seeing that, did look over at you and looked like maybe was ready to see if you were going to go out, but then you didn't, and now seem real confident. And now,
Is she
how
bluffing or is she not?
young
I'm
How?
bluffing. For sure.
It's a good
I'm
bluff.
terrified.
It's a good bluff.
Don't worry, I only got 2 injuries. I got another
Real good
fucking
bluff.
8. Another 8
Be
to go.
quiet. Be quiet. That's not happening.
All right. Just gonna make a thing here. Nah, Tuck's gonna attack you.
All right.
Yeah,
bro.
he's like, no, but I've got it.
Oh, he's young and stupid. I see.
As all the young boys
He's
here
gonna
are.
make a reckless. Because he just two hands it and just is gonna try and hurt you real as bad as he can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 23 hits.
23. So I believe that is 4 degrees of success.
Gonna be another injury, bro.
It's gonna be another injury, bro. And he is unfortunately he is just 1 under from actually critting you. Because your defense is 12, yeah?
Yeah.
Ah, dang it. One more, and I want to crit you.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been 2, which is a bad crit. But that doesn't happen. So you're going to take 12 damage.
Ooh, okay, so I'm dropped down to 0 at this point.
Well, if you do, that means the fight's over. But
Well-
if you take a wound,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to take a wound.
you take a wound that just will eliminate the damage.
Yeah, so
All right. So I guess Clarissa, as you say that, Tuck just takes blade, pulls back and stabs, and goes right, and you see the blade come out the back of Naimora, and pull the blade back, and blood splurts. You feel that, Naimora.
yeah.
You feel it. It basically happened right here. It's not necessarily lethal, but you do feel your left arm begin to shake. It's not good.
Uh-huh.
At the top of the round, Mansell is still like, fuck.
Nope.
Clovis, at this point, also falls completely backwards onto a chair and scoots back and is holding his stomach and putting pressure. And is just like, fuck. Yeah, fucking, get it, Tuck.
Oh, it's all on talk now, man.
Tuck, who is, he's feeling pretty good.
Uh-huh.
He's feeling okay. Nothing bad's happened to Tuck yet. Tuck's top of the world. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna take you down. However, his combat defense is lowered by 5 now, and his combat defense is the lowest out of all of those.
You don't have to be in combat if you're an archer. You
It's
just
true.
stay away.
Yeah, his combat defense is very low now.
I'm sorry, buddy.
So they both are just like, yeah, get it, Tuck. They're very, they don't really want to move. Actually, you do have a wound now.
Mm-hmm.
They do have a chance. Let's see. I just need to look over. They have flaws and stuff. Okay, no, Mansell's done. He's like, nah, I'm right.
on Mansell.
Yeah, Mansell's done. What about Tuck? Not Tuck. What about Clovis?
Clovis has a full wound, doesn't he?
He does have a full wound. Yeah, no. Clovis is actually going to try and attack you. Unfortunately, he can only make 1 attack, but he's going to try and hit you, even though he's that wounded.
Okay.
However, he does have a wound and 3 injuries, so it probably won't be that good.
They've been rolling really well. You never know.
14.
Does hit?
Wait. Yes. Okay. Yes, that is that. I'm
Mhm.
making sure the math on that. 3 damage.
Okay.
I believe your
So-
armor soaks that.
It does.
Yeah. So Clovis is just like fucking. and you're just like, you can't really block it, but you roll it off like your leather pauldron enough that it doesn't really do anything. You're just like, okay.
Back down.
But that's his main attempt. You can tell Clovis doesn't really have anything much left in him. Tuck looks fit as a fiddle, so, and he's the one who has reckless attack. So it is your turn, Nymora.
Yeah. So let's deal with Tuck.
Yeah, don't worry. By having the injury and thing, the math will be automatically done. You don't have to adjust any of your stuff.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, just make sure it's all normal, and then go for it.
So, actually, so I just have to make sure. So 14 is that subtracting a die?
It did, yes.
So I need to add. So I need to add another die back because
yes, because of your thing. Yes.
19.
So his combat defense was 3. Because his normal combat defense is 8. So yeah. Well, that's a crit. Well, you don't have any 6s, so it's not a crit essentially.
But it's a lot.
It's a lot still. Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4 degrees of success. So, actually, 1, 2, 3. Is it 5 or is it 4? Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's 4. So that is
base 4.
Yeah, that's 16 damage. Fuck. Yeah, I mean so yeah, he's gonna have to basically do because 3. Yeah, he also he immediately takes 3 injuries. Ooh, yeah. And a wound. And he's like, fuck. Yeah, so he's not feeling good at all now.
So if I want to, so for multiple opponents, would I have to do divided attack now in order to hit Clovis? Like, can I only focus myself on Tuck at this point?
Like, it's essentially yes.
Okay.
Unless your spearman ability gives you something extra with that. I remember one of your first level spear fighting thing gives you something.
It's only if I miss.
If you miss. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember there was something. Yeah, you basically have to focus on Tuck.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just.
Sorry, Tuck. You're young and you're dumb.
Yeah. Tuck's dead.
Good night,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, bud.
you stab him through the stomach and then just stab him through the solar plexus out through the center of his back. Blood squirts out of his mouth. You don't quite impale him. You get him off pretty quick, and he just falls back, dead. dead. Yeah. All right. Tuck's dead. That was no more. That was your turn. Clarissa.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get up and walk to the door and look at the guy and move the wooden piece and open it and say, "Let's go, Nymora, we're leaving." But I will wait for her at the door. Yeah.
Oh, okie dokie. Yeah. That weird guy eyes you. You're not sure if he's going to do anything. But yeah, you will do that. Excellent. Mansell sees Tuck go down. And he just sighs. He goes, Elizabeth's gonna be so pissed. And like Tuck sees how injured you are, and he sees how injured he is. Clovis does, excuse me. And ooh. How much did he like Tuck? Let's see.
The question is, how much does he like himself?
Right, that is the question, right?
That is the proper question, but he's going to follow that question.
Mansel's the oldest of them, and he's just like, nah, I'm alright.
He's seen so much death.
Yeah.
He's seen so much at this point. It's not worth it.
Clovis isn't young by any means, but I don't like he doesn't want to die for this. But I think he thinks he might be I wonder if he thinks he might just be able to kill you before he dies. Ooh. Just gonna make a little roll for myself here.
A wisdom check.
It's a wisdom check. I don't really have that, but
What do I think my chances
yeah, okay. Because he's not doing super great. Clovis, my boy. Yeah.
He gets a deficit from the pain.
Yeah, okay. I think he's like puts the sword and shield up and like kind of goes for you in steps and kind of like staggers a bit, and you stagger a bit, and he both like looks at your wounds and he looks at his own wounds and he's like, yeah, fair. And he goes, nods, he goes, fair then, and he just sits down.
There.
He goes, and he goes, oh fuck. Oh shit, is he dead? And Mansel's like, yeah, mate, he's dead.
Damn it.
He's still like, but he's still making noises, but they're like,
Dead.
So he's only doing his death rolls.
yeah, they're like, nah, he's dead. You're like, oh, Elizabeth's gonna be so mad at you. I'm like, yeah,
Already got that one on that. It's not great.
Sorry about your mate.
And they both look at you like, why?
Naimora, we're leaving.
Yeah. I'm coming. All right. Is to press a hand against my shoulder against where.
Yeah.
Long-haired wound.
Yeah, Clarissa, I will say you are looking at Naimora, and she's like, as she, like walking, and there is like blood coming off of one of like which she steps, like 1 foot fine, the left foot blood print. As you begin to walk over there, the fight's essentially done. We're ending combat. You have defeated the mercenary trio by yourself. Very cool. But at that point, the curtain does open, and Ruben Piper goes, "What? I was like, what the hell?" He's like, "You bloody louts! They're getting away!" And Mansell kind of looks over and goes, "Yeah, well, yeah." He's just kind of nods. Like, yeah, Tuck's dead. We can't fight no more. We're not dying for you. And Ruben looks very upset. What are you two doing?
Clary, do you?
Yeah, I will. I will put my arm through Naimora's and pull her out.
I'm fine. No, I'm fine. It's right there. I could go and grab him right now.
Out. Let's go.
Okay. Bye, Mansell.
Who do you say bye to? What?
Mansell.
Mansell. Bye, Mansell. He's like, bye.
There's a very honor among thieves sort of thing among mercenaries where we all beat the shit out of each other, and then afterwards we're just like, how's your wife and kids?
It's true. It's very true.
Just dragging Naimora out into the street. Just blood pouring on the left side. I don't know why you're taking. I don't know why we're leaving. I could have just gone and grabbed them, and we could have brought them. We could have brought them too.
We currently have 2 other people that we've stolen. I think we're okay. Also, you need to get to the tent now.
Clarissa, you hear the tavern door open, and that weird guy from before is walking towards you, and he has a club. And he looks like he's about to hit you with it.
What the fuck? Can I, like, avoid him? What? Why?
Well,
We have the opportunity to
there
respond.
is a thing in this game called dodging. You can essentially, you see him coming, your awareness is more than high enough that you see him coming. You can make an agility dodge, if you have it, test, and that will replace your combat defense.
And if it's worse?
Then we just go with your combat defense.
Okay. Well, yeah, if I see him coming towards me, I'm just gonna, like, turn and look at him, and I guess I'll do that. Prepare to dodge or whatever.
Yeah.
Alright.
Like,
Just, what are you doing? Yeah, my combat defense is higher than that, clearly.
Clearly. All right, cool. Yep, then he walks up and attacks you. Boop. Is it 6?
No, it's not.
He misses horribly then. What's that kind of roll? Was that? That's a garbage roll. Yeah, he seems a little drunk. Nymora, you're now aware of that there's danger. There's a man with a club.
hey, fuck you! What do you think you're doing? Just gonna stab him.
You stab him, right? Yeah.
14 plus
Yep.
2.
Plus 2, 16. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. 16, that's a crit. 2. 2. Your attack leaves your opponent reeling. Increase the base damage of your weapon attack by +4. So that's
An
8.
8 base.
8. So yeah, you just drive. You're like, hey, fuck you, and you just drive your spear through his throat, and he is now dead.
I shake the spear a little bit together.
Yeah, just like
Oh, I wasn't really aiming to do that, but sure. Like, you don't sneak up on people and.
Forward, onwards. Yes, let's
Am I
walk.
losing a lot of blood?
Yes, you are. Yes, yes.
Okay. That explains why I feel sick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
To the tent, quickly.
Yep. Reuben Piper will walk out onto the street and see you guys walking.
Get another dead body.
He's not going after you, but he sees you walking and he just sighs, and he goes, "A gold dragon to whoever kills those 2."
I'll hold up 2. 2 if you don't.
I feel like we need a roll here. I love this. All right, this is going to be persuasion bargain. I think would be the roll. I love this. All right,
This is
yeah.
how- Yes, okay. Can I use... What is the ability to use a destiny point before you roll? What would I add?
You may if you use a destiny point before you roll, I believe you get to add
You get
a
to
die
add a die to the pool?
to the pool.
So
Yeah,
gain 1 bonus die. The die cannot exceed the normal limits on a bonus die.
you gain a
Convert
bonus
one
die.
die into a test die. Remove 1 difficulty
That's
or 1
right.
die. Bestow -1 die on opponent. Take a lesser action. Ignore armor penalty for 1 round. Improve or worsen another character's disposition by 1 step. Negate another character's use of a spent destiny point. Add a minor detail to a scene, such as a shoddy lock, so and so. Activate an environmental quality or ignore an environmental quality.
Activate an environmental quality. What is that?
There's a gold cloak walking by.
No. And environmental quality is like,
No, yeah.
a bridge or something. Yeah. Yeah.
Or it suddenly starts snowing.
Mhm. So you can either gain a test die, not a test die, a bonus die, and then, or if you have a bonus die, you can convert it into a full dice.
Now I'll gain a bonus die.
All right, excellent.
11.
11. Okie dokie. Ruben, fucking.
Can I use what was one of the, because you can use a destiny point to on an opponent, right?
Yes, you can.
Bestow a -1d on opponent.
I would like to use a destiny point to do that on Reuben Piper.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Then he can't do it. Because so this is the sort of truth about Reuben Piper.
You're a shitty merchant.
He has nothing in persuasion.
You're a
Literally
shitty fucking merchant.
He has two. He has two.
Yes.
Love it.
Okay.
He's a
Yeah,
piece
I'll
of
just.
shit. So you just like go. So what do you say to do that? Right? Like just I guess we'll just say we'll enhance the situation. 2 gold if you don't. That's what you say. 2 gold if you don't.
Mhm.
Cool. All right. 6 people walk up with knives to you, Bailey, and put their hands out.
I'll give him 12 gold dragons
Bam. All right.
from
You're
my
just like,
bag.
yeah. You're just like
Goodbye.
cool. and one of them goes, "You want me to kill him?"
Please, if you could.
All right. It's just okay. Those 6 men will then run and chase down Reuben Piper and murder him
Okay.
because he has no defense against it.
Especially with 6 people coming after him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I turn around and I bring Nymora back to the tent.
Okie dokie.
Where I'm assuming I'm
Tony,
at.
as all of a sudden things change very drastically.
All right. Reuben Piper is dead. There's nothing he can do against 6 people with knives. All right.
I have to pause in order to and pause on the way to the tent in order to throw up once.
Of course.
I have lost a lot of blood.
Mm-hmm. So.
The adrenaline is wearing off.
Mm-hmm. Thorsten.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
So Thorsten, I believe now I don't believe because now Thorsten, were you told about the murder houses?
Yes.
Okay, you were told about the murder houses.
Well, me, the player, was told. I don't know if Thorsten knows.
I think
Well,
Thorsten
Thorsten,
is
you
aware
would've
of
been
the
there.
barn murder house.
Yeah, you would have been there when that was discovered.
Okay.
And basically, that maester, who you have currently tied up, who isn't actually a maester. He's just this
Some guy.
He's this Mirish guy who knows a lot. Who apparently, so you were told what he was doing in there?
Mhm.
Yeah. So
No.
oh, you weren't.
Nope.
You didn't?
Enlighten him as to what was I said.
Because Thorsten was there when it was told. Like
Yeah,
he
I did
heard
not inform David of all of the gloriousness that was going on in the barn murder basement.
Yeah. So basically, he was attempting to learn how certain functions of the human body work, and that he was attempting to learn how to resurrect people from the dead.
Oh, one of those people.
Yeah. He also mentioned a colleague of his. Can anyone remember his colleague's name?
It was fucking
I was like, this
Kyburn.
guy, yeah, it was that.
Kyburn?
Kyburn.
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 Well, technically, it's Qyburn. But yes,
Oh,
And
that
fantasy spelling.
Oh, fantasy spellings.
yep. Qyburn. Now that you're here, Thorsten, I would very much like you to roll a base knowledge test about that name.
Okay, I do get a +4, and are you ready?
I am very ready. The TN is 15. Okay. 2 degrees of success. Not only have you heard the name Qyburn before, you know why you've heard the name Qyburn. He used to be a maester, but then about 10 years ago, he got fully kicked out for experimenting on corpses and possibly being connected to like a lot of unethical surgeries on like live and unwilling participants.
Got his license revoked.
Yeah, he got full kicked out.
Medical malpractice for sure.
Which, you know, a person being kicked out of like the maesterhood is really fucking rare. It literally
The
almost
most
never
usually.
happens. Yeah, exactly right. Like this is the first guy in like 100 years or whatever that's ever been
Because
kicked out.
even the maester at the wall is still a maester, right?
Yeah, exactly. He's a maester. He's the maester assigned to the wall. Actually, he didn't do nothing. He just old and don't want to be around nobody no more.
He'd rather be cold than old.
Fuck
Cold and
people.
old.
I take the cold and the wall.
I take the code in the wall. Fuck all you. Yeah, so you do know about Qyburn. You know he was a disgraced maester who was insane. He was you heard about what happened. You never like met him or anything. But you did hear he was like experimenting on unwilling people, which is, you know, fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you do know about that, so that's fun. But yeah, the main thing is people are trying to get more information out of this maester. He does not speak Westerosi very well. He only knows a few words, it seems. You, of course, identified. We rolled for you last time. You identified his language he was speaking as Mirish, an older dialect of Mirish.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that also a dialect of Valerian?
Mirish and Valerian are connected.
Similar.
It's like the difference between Spanish and Portuguese, essentially. Like, if you speak Spanish, you will understand some things a Portuguese person is saying, but you won't really maybe understand, right?
Yeah.
So while I do know that you have a connection with Valerian, it's still hard. You still can't really have like a full combo with him.
Okay. I would like, give me a second. I need to look at one thing in the book.
Absolutely.
I for some reason have this picture of Thorsten when like he figures out this is a dude impersonating Maester, like a bird with all of its feathers ruffled and just like
My robe's all.
the aggressive stance.
Like the fucking. Have y'all ever seen the bird that like has the really fancy tail feathers and it spreads it all out and it's like an umbrella, like half an umbrella,
and it like hunches over itself?
Yes. Yeah, when it tries to impress a lady, it's like that. Hang
on. How long has he been here talking and all that kind of stuff?
I mean, we can kind of travel back in time a little bit, but so like today. He's been here today.
Okay. How long has today been?
Not crazy long. It's
not
been
crazy
maybe
long.
Like honestly,
Okay.
a couple hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one.
Because I can roll if I remember correctly, because I cannot find it, of course. I think it's a cunning.
What you looking for?
There's something you can roll to where when you're listening to somebody talk, you can pick up the language a little bit
Oh,
to
like
understand it.
polyglot or whatever it is.
Is that what it is?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's a quality.
That's
yeah.
a quality. That's not something that you can just have.
Hmm.
I probably butchered.
Yeah,
how to
you're
pronounce
right.
It.
That is it.
Yeah, that's the ability of the polyglot. Yeah.
Okay. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to find some books on translation so I can start to talk to this guy. Would there be anything? Probably nothing that I have.
Yeah. No, you don't really have anything that's going to help you with that. I mean, there is, of course, the Maester's Conclave, and
Yeah, but I'm not ready to turn him in just yet. I need
right. But
answers
you could find someone who speaks Mirish, right?
Yeah.
Or you could try and think of someone you've heard of that you know could.
Yeah,
speak
I'll
Mirish.
actually do that. I'll think.
Okay.
I will think really hard.
I will. I think real hard. Yeah. This is a cunning roll.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that is a degree of success. Yeah, you do remember there was one guy who's actually kind of famous, who hangs around here, who you know for a fact is fluent in Mirish. Thoros of Mir.
And how well do I know Thoros?
You've never spoken to him personally. He's a red priest from Mir, who doesn't really preach much. He mostly just, gets drunk and lights his sword on fire for funsies.
Oh.
He's here. He's participating in the melee.
I would like to, because I still have a bounty on my head as far as I know. I'd like to ask one of the guards to go see if they can find Thoros of Mir for me and ask if I could borrow him and his services.
They nod and they say very well. I guess Kale will go. Kale will hurry off. Actually, Henrik, I think you would be back at the tent at this point. After your
after my impromptu thing. Yes, I would be, I think.
Yeah. So if you want, for better chance of success, you could send Henrik.
Yeah, I'll do that. If Henrik doesn't mind.
No, not at all. I get to be useful. I'm happy.
Talk to a dude with a flaming sword. Say what?
I've heard of this guy, right? The dude with the flaming sword.
You've heard of this guy.
Okay, cool.
He's the guy with the flaming sword.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
watched him fight.
You really watched him fight. He's a bright red hair, top knot, huge gut, and beat the crap out of a dude with a flaming sword.
I wouldn't expect it, but it's so dope. Okay, so cool. Do I know he's like kind of a drunkard? Could I maybe bring some alcohol to bribe him?
Yeah, I think he's kind of famous for it, so
cool. He's got that beer gut, so I feel like that's pretty.
He does.
I will bring probably upset my parents and bring some of our really good wine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Kale. Yes.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you go and try and find Thoros of Mir. Very nice. So, do you have Streetwise at all?
I don't.
I didn't think.
I lived in a castle for most of my life. I don't.
A lot of
I don't know what the strength is.
A street, you say?
I've heard of these.
Horses walk on.
Yes, I've heard of these things.
The things that carriages drive on.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. You can.
Wait, what's a road then?
Mm-hmm, exactly.
I know what a road is. Just a street is a weird process. Yeah.
So yeah, you go off. How would you like, since you don't have any kind of streetwise, how would you like to try and find? Are you just going to try to look, or are you just going to talk to people?
I think I would ask around a bit. Like,
why don't you
hey.
make a persuasion roll? I'll let you add charm because it's just like a first impression.
Thank you.
I'm just looking.
Hey. Yes. Okay. Now,
I'm looking for Thoris of Mir, big guy, top knot.
flaming sword. You've seen him, right? Of course.
Oh,
he
yeah.
is.
Oh yeah, 18. Oh yeah, no, it is TN 12. But oh my god, you rolled 3 6s.
That's a degree of success.
Now I roll good.
Yeah.
Now I roll the good ones. Sure.
Yeah, it's 2 degrees of success. Yeah, you immediately just talk to the right people and you find him. Yeah, he's at one of like the tournament ale setups where it's just like very Oktoberfesty, where it's just like
Ale
table
tasting.
yeah, he has a flank of ales in front of him.
Yes. Beautiful.
No. It looks like he's talking with just some of the other just fighting
Patrons.
men here. He's just there. Looks like they're talking and laughing, and he's just drinking. You notice one guy who looks like a lot more put together than the rest of them. Also, just sat at the same table talking and laughing. He looks Dornish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the person is he like a knight? Would I refer to him as sir or something?
No. He's nobody technically. He's just really popular in court. Like King Robert likes him, and a lot of other just nobles like him. He is technically a foreign priest of a different religion. He worships the red god. He's a red priest.
Is he part of Robert's frat bro cluster?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's part of Robert's court, is what the technical term is. But yes, his frat bro cluster.
The red god.
Yeah, technically, I mean, you could be very nice to the Lord, but yeah, no, he technically doesn't have like a title at all.
He seems like a laid back dude. I feel like
He's a pretty laid back dude.
yeah, he seems chill. Sure, I'll just go up then. I'll be and oh gosh, I don't want to do this. This introduction. This is not my strong suit. Here, it's usually someone else introduced to me. Okay. I'll be like, I probably saw his match today. I'll start with that. I'll be like, greetings, Thoris. I saw your match. That was spectacular. Can I buy you a drink?
Are you holding?
No. I'm not holding. Like, I think I'll actually offer to buy an ale thing. Like, I have the wine, but that's
Sure.
more to bribe him to come with me for later.
Yeah, I think he turns and looks at you, and he cocks his head, and he's like, "You want to buy me a drink, boy?" He kind of squints. He goes, "You are a boy, right?"
Roll my eyes, and I do
Hear
that.
some of the men laugh, and he goes, "Don't laugh. I'm asking." He's just he's just squinting. He's a bit drunk.
Yeah, I kind of fold my arms. I'm 15, but I fought in the I was an attorney, same as you. Moved up, didn't do as well. I don't have a flaming sword and all, but I don't think they're passing those out.
He goes, "Well, I don't have a flaming sword either, but it still catches fire anyway."
Maybe I should try that then.
Nods. He goes, "What is this about a drink? You got a drink? You want to buy me a drink?" I've never paid for a drink in my life. Since I've gotten to this town, everyone else is so nice to buy me a drink. If you want to buy me another drink, that's just fine.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I'll sit down if no one stops me or anything. Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I'll look around.
The guy sat next to it will stare at you, and Thora's just fucking. Yeah, he just. He'll scoot, and you don't really have much room, but you can definitely sit down next to him.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, okay. Cool.
Before you ask me, no, I cannot teach you how to light your sword on fire, unless you were willing to give your life and soul over to the great god of light.
Hmm. As incredible as it would be to light my sword on fire and to, see that, I would like to still be able to go home and see my family again, and I feel like that would not be all right with them.
Family, I understand. He just takes a big drink.
So for now, I shall just admire your handiwork.
Well, if you don't want to learn how to light your sword on fire, what do you want?
Yes. Well, besides, I did want to meet you because, again, saw your fight. That was incredible.
So you have met me in all of them. And you just like burps really loud.
God.
Glory.
Henrik's fun with it. Just me as Aaron's not. It's fine. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I've come across an interesting person. Well, here seems to be a maester of sort that had an interesting display that I was seeing, and I wanted to ask him about it, but he only speaks Mirish, and you are kind of the only person I've ever heard of that could also speak Mirish. It's not the most common language here.
You want me to what, translate this man for you?
If you wouldn't mind, that would be a big help, and I'm sure after would be great.
It's for me.
Pull out the very large, nice bottle of wine in there.
Okay, so you pull out the wine. He's like, And he kind of just like will just take it and like look at it and be like,
Yeah, it's fine.
okay, and he just does
Fabulous. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
He goes, excuse me, gentlemen, I have to go translate. And a lot of them are just kind of laughing.
I'll lead him back to our tent. Yes.
Yeah.
Smell.
He is, as you're walking, he literally just like takes a knife out and just stabs the top and twists and pulls the cork out.
I'm trying
Very
not
practiced.
I'm trying not to cringe a little bit because I'm so used to that very careful corkscrew opening and everything. It's fine. This is fine.
And he just takes a swig and goes, "Oh, that has a nice head to it, doesn't it?" Not drinking it with any form of respect.
It's fine. Yeah. Let it aerate. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, he let it aerate. Yeah, he returns to the tent. And Thorsten, yeah, you see Thoros of Mir walk in, drinking wine. It's just this red liquid going down.
I figured.
Getting into his beard, getting onto his clothes, which are not well washed. He does have a bit of a stink about him.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
This is Thoros.
Yes, Thoros of Mir. Thoros of Mir. This is my uncle and maester Thorsten. He's not the person that speaks Mirish, but
oh, good, because I would think that's weird if your uncle only spoke Mirish.
it would be weird, and I didn't also know that. You're very clever. That's a good catch.
Yes, I will turn and point to the man I need help with in translation.
All right, and you just want me to tell you what he's saying?
And if you could speak to him and translate what I say to him as well, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay.
And thank you.
And he just sits down.
So is not Quivrin, the Mirish guy. Did we ever get his name? Fabian?
His name is
Fabius.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me rearrange my note real quick. Is he awake? Is he conscious? Or
yeah, he's awake and conscious.
Okay.
Y'all haven't done anything to him. He's just like kind of tied up, but like he's like okay generally.
Okay. I'm gonna ask him who
he got like knocked out a while back,
Yeah.
but he's got like a big bruise on his head. But that's about it.
I'm gonna ask
heard
him-
him since. So.
I'm gonna ask him who his Lord and Lady are.
Yeah. So Thoros like will just be drinking, and be like, oh, and he just like will yeah, he'll just this is hilarious. Yeah, he will ask him, he'll respond and basically like, he doesn't have a lord or lady. He says he's not really a maester. Yeah.
Okay. Why was he practicing what he was doing?
Yes. And then he just starts like talking, and Thoros is like,
Big yikes.
and then Thoros starts saying more stuff to him, and they start kind of having a conversation in Mirish, and then he kind of turns and goes, so I mean, I had to sit through a lot of that, but mostly I guess the greater good. He just believes that trying to, bring people back from the dead, is a good thing. I, of course, I had to tell him that, that's nothing he can find will ever help him with that. Only one thing can help bring someone back from the dead. Swing.
Trying to think of anything else I want to.
I'll say, like, I'll ask, what one thing is that?
Henrik, and he turns and looks at you, Henrik. He goes, oh, well, the Lord of Light. Drink.
I'm gonna ask him if he knows where former Maester Quibern is.
Nods, asks. And he goes, he thinks Bravos.
Who else is in the tent with us right now besides us? Four, basically. And the guards.
That's kind of it. I mean, Alley Cat, technically.
Okay. Would any notes have been left for me to ask questions by any other house members?
I mean, yeah, I guess we can be a little meta at this moment. Like, guys, is there anything you wanted to ask the man? And you
The
may
man.
The
I've got lots
man.
of questions for the man.
Yes,
But,
is there anything you guys wanted to ask Fabius?
Yeah. Who has he been working for? Like, who hired him?
All right, excellent. So Thoros will ask. Return. He says he is afraid and that that they will harm him, and if he tells you, he says he does not he does not know their face, and he does not know their name, but they did know that the Lugases would not have a maester, which is why he was told to register under me. This is quite a plot.
Thoros is just here, hearing all this. It's fine.
He's just vibing.
it's like Oktoberfest for this dude.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
think one of the
drinks
questions
in a murder mystery.
exactly.
He seems chill. I like him.
I think one of the questions I would want to ask is how long ago did this whoever approached him to pose as a maester, like how long ago was that?
Like how long has he been in King's Landing?
Like
long has he been
who
posing as a
approached him
maester?
with this offer? Like how long ago was that?
I think Kyburn approached him with the offer. But we don't
Yeah,
know
it's
how
like
long
I
ago was
want to
that.
know like.
Okay, yeah. About what, I guess, is the question.
Basically, I want to know like how far back was he like basically like, hey, so the Lugases don't have a maester, that this like it's like I know Kyburn is involved in all of this jazz. I want to
Right.
know like who approached it's like, hey, so you can pose as the Lugas maester and go do this stuff at King's Landing. I want to know how long ago like that thing was offered to him.
The thing was offered to him?
Yeah.
He can answer that 3 months ago.
Can I also ask who else besides Alley Cat did he see? Does he know their names, like in the barn where we found him?
Yeah, he can name some people. You guys have already thoroughly intimidated him. Yeah. So he's like he does know the face names of some other people. There was a member of the King's Guard named Simon. He often helped Fabius get subjects. There was and then there was his employers, like he calls him like enforcer or bodyguard, very large, scarred. Yeah, he says, I believe his name is Lars.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously Alicat, he goes, there was also a Bravosi man named Glarus Tech.
For personal notes, could that be in the chat so I can see it?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Because me with spelling, I get very...
Oh, trust me, yeah. The last name is going to throw you.
Can we get a description of Glarus?
He's like Bravosi. So he's like medium height, tan skin, long black hair, likes to wear red.
So every other Bravosi.
Not all of them like to wear red.
No,
Do they though?
It's like for a Westerosi, like every other Bravosi is all the same.
He definitely he carried he knows he carried a like a fencing blade with him. He said I worked with him the most.
Where can we find him now?
He basically shrugs. He goes, he just came to my laboratory. I rarely left. He said he rarely left. He mostly worked with him on what his employer asked him to, which was poisons mostly. I need Glarus. He goes, Glarus, and then Thoros would be like, okay, he's rambling now. He's just kind of talking about how Glarus's insight in poisons helped to make a breakthrough in the words I don't even think those are words. Something about a heart. I don't know. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think bringing the heart back essentially.
I'm gonna ask him if he knows anything about basilisk venom.
He nods very much. I think he says it's definitely on the right track, he said, of what he needed.
And Mirish fire.
He nods. He goes, of course.
Well, I don't want to assume.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but no, he's very, very familiar with it. He said he got most of the poisons from Glarus. He sells poisons. And then he's just kind of yeah. So, and you ask people with, he then says, "That's it."
Now we need to find another person. So when I asked him about the venom and the fire, he said that Glarus Tech was the one who made them or gave them to him.
Gave them to him.
Okay.
But he also, Glarus Tech apparently is both a poison merchant. He also knows poisons. He has a vast knowledge of poison.
Okay. Anything else from anybody else for questions before I have to
Before you have to release him? I don't know. Bailey's looking at notes.
Oh no, he's not going to be released. He's going to be released from my custody to
into the Maester's.
Yes. I think I was going to say Thoros can go, so we don't have to translate anymore. It's you're good. So okay, this is a long shot, but I'll ask if he ever saw or God forbid worked on a tall blonde girl, green eyes, and describe Iris. I'll mention her name too.
Yeah, sure. He crosses his arms and thinks, and then Doris is can you say her eye color again?
Yeah, she had green eyes.
And he goes, no. He goes, no. He never worked on a girl with green eyes.
Okay.
I guess that's good.
Yeah, for now. Okay, I'm going to turn to Thoros, and that note I mentioned to you, Anthony, I'm going to hand him a really expensive bottle of wine for his time, and a gold dragon out of my own personal thing. And said,
he puts the gold dragon back, and he goes, "I have sworn off all earthly. I don't use money." He just
he was gonna say earthly pleasures. I look at the wine, look at him, but
But then I will go over and grab a second bottle. That he doesn't remember anything that happened here.
He goes, "Oh, is that you're bribing me so I don't tell people that there's some kind of crazy plot going on?"
Correct.
Well, 2 bottles of this wine might get me drunk enough to forget. We'll see. Then he just
okay.
I don't think it will, but I don't think he cares either way. So I feel we're good. This guy's been drunk a while. He remembers shit, but.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's all I'm going to need out of Thoros.
He was cool.
And I really wish Clarissa is here to see if I'm still being stalked.
I'm sure she'll come in soon.
Yeah, after Thoros, and then I think that's probably the time when Clarissa, hey, this might be really mean, but can you make an endurance roll, please?
Should be good at those after the Shadow Cat.
Yeah, real good.
You're helping
rolling
carry
one
180 pounds of
Yeah, how's
slowly weakening,
No.
weakening
girl with armor on? I'm sure it's going to be great.
Ooh, a 10.
Nice.
Not bad.
The TN was 9.
Oh,
Way to go! Yeah,
Shadow Cat training for the win.
You actually managed to help carry Naimora the whole way because she genuinely does need to fully put a lot of her weight onto you. Yeah. So, Clarissa, Naimora, you go back in the tent. Henrik, Thorsten, you see them come back through. Nymora looks fucked up.
Again, Nymora, as I go over there and help carry her to a bed to
Tell them about the fat man.
Yes, of course.
and I start
It was the fat man.
It was the
He's
fat man.
the
You
one
just
who tried
stop.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone else here besides Henrik?
Well,
Who
Thorsten
just left?
the guard, the two guards, Alley Cat, Fabius, unconscious
Fabius.
Constance,
I lay down.
Unconscious
I just lay
Jaren.
down on the
Great.
ground.
unconscious Jaren. Like, yeah,
Cool.
tent getting full.
Yes, Aaron is gone, but I will say to Thorsten, Reuben Piper put the bounty on your head. He's dead now. It's a long story.
Do a lot of things for 12 gold dragons.
People will do a lot of things for 12
Mhm.
gold dragons. Yes.
okay. As I keep nodding as I go to diagnose Nymora.
Can I ask the alley cat something?
You can. One moment.
No worries.
Okay, so here's how this is gonna go for healing. So far, Thorsten, you've only really healed a poison and some injuries. Here's the situation.
Actually, no. When Nymora we were on our way here. Nymora was wounded.
She
I got a
was-
wound.
Healed.
You got a wound? You got an injury. You
Oh,
got an injury. Wounds are very different.
okay.
Mm.
An injury, you can basically test an injury, I believe, every. I think it's every day. And the injuries are more significant than yeah. So basically, what this is, it will, if Thorsten will have to work on Nymora for 3. How many injuries do you have, Nymora?
I have 2 injuries and a wound.
2 injuries and a wound. So every day after you gain an injury, normally you'd make an endurance test. Now, instead of endurance test, healing can be done to replace the endurance test, thus help making it go away.
Mm-hmm.
That means it's going to take at least 2 days for those 2 injuries to go away, but the wound's going to take a week.
All right.
And for that entire week, Thorsten has to work on you every day for 4 hours minimum. So it's a big deal.
Mhm.
The difficulty rating depends on how much activity Nymora puts herself through.
Uh-huh.
So essentially, it's going to be high.
Probably. So for injuries, light or no activity is a 6 difficulty. Moderate activity, travel, some physical activity, will be 9. Strenuous, fighting, writing, hard physical attacks, will be 12. For a wound, light or no activity will be 9. Moderate activity will be 15. Strenuous activity, as in you participate in the tournament, the difficulty is 21.
But the nice thing about that is the wound and injuries cannot be worsened.
No,
Because
they
of-
just persist.
They just persist. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So, I think when Thorsten comes over to like assess how I'm doing,
Yeah, you're
get
just
to start.
fuck.
Yeah, just start pulling the armor off and start like pulling off around where the wound is, and just and just grab his robe in my bloody hand, and I'm just like, Thorsten, you have to give me better enough. I have to be in the thing. I have to be in the thing tomorrow.
No, she does not.
Sure, Nymora.
I have to be. I have to be in the
Because I-
tourney.
This is
More
gonna help
than
once I
her.
give her some milk of the poppy to knock her the
Oh yeah,
fuck
yeah. She's gonna need it. Yeah.
Thorsten, please, you have to get me. I'm going to show my father. I'm going to show him that I'm good. I have to be in the tourney. I have to. It's
Yeah.
Oh.
Pass
glass,
out.
just put to your mouth.
Shoot.
Put to your mouth as you drink the whole cup of milk of the poppy.
Oh, Jesus.
And now Henry, Clarissa, and Thorsten all know somehow Nymora's in the joust.
It's true.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm. And yeah, Imora, you take the milk of the poppy. You are, with all your injuries, you're gonna have to get knocked the fuck out.
So, do I do a diagnose first?
Yeah, I mean, hell, you basically, yeah.
Okay. So that's a straight healing check for me because I do not have diagnosed yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, rolling.
14. Yeah, that would be good enough. She did kind of essentially fight with those, but yeah, that will be good enough that no matter what kind of activity she does for the rest of the day, tomorrow one of those injuries will go go away. Essentially, well, actually, you just did diagnose, right?
Yes.
All right,
That was
so this
just
will help your roll. Excuse me.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can just tell, where she's injured. She's taken bleeding. Basically, you're gonna have to spend the next probably hour cleaning these wounds. That's like priority number one, and you can see the wound through her like kind of sternum is like it's bad. It's through and through, which is like means like
Nothing was majorly hit.
but just that there's a hole essentially.
hmm
It's a
There's
cavity.
not supposed to be a hole there.
Yeah, there's a cavity, but there's a full hole, and it's not good.
Mhm.
You're basically gonna have to keep her on her side. You're gonna have to spend a long time cleaning. If anyone sticks around, you guys definitely will witness Thorsten fucking with prongs, moving a hot cloth through Nymora's entire body.
It's a good thing I'm unconscious.
Mhm.
That's why you got the full dose.
Yep, full cup. It's a thing, but yes, Thorsten, you're kind of here.
Okay. So I'm going to roll treat injury now.
Yes. It's essentially you would roll it tomorrow, technically,
Okay.
but yeah. So we'll just hold off. But we
Okay,
know
that's fine.
you know the injury. So yeah, Henrik, you witnessed all of that. They sort of told you guys what happened.
Okay.
Sort of.
It was the fat man.
It was the fat man.
Yes.
Killed him?
Ki-
You killed him, or did someone?
No. I paid some
Okay.
people on the street to kill him. Kind of. It's messy.
But he's dead.
He's dead. Yes. Can I find the alley cat?
You look to your right.
She's also witnessed all of this. Love.
Like she is eating a pear. She's just like,
Has she ever had a pear before?
no.
Unique experience for
Oh,
sure.
revelation.
Question for you. When the placer of a bounty dies, what happens to the bounty?
I mean, do all the people know he's dead?
Soon.
Shrugs. Like, usually you call off a bounty. Or fulfill it, But I guess if he didn't like die in his sleep in a small room and people know he put the bounty out, like kind of shrugs, like
Yeah.
people will figure it out, I'm sure.
I mean, also you said that bartender was. Well, no, he's dead too. Never mind. Okay.
No, bartender's alive.
No, the thug by the door is dead.
Oh yeah. So if
The
the
door.
bartender was the one that was like, screaming people for the bounty, then I would assume he could tell them. So. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you say that, he goes, oh, well, if there's like, then he probably will tell people. It's probably fine if he saw the guy die.
But Piper was the one that got
Yeah,
with
so-
the knife. Oh. sorry.
Yes. I have theories about it. It's interesting. I don't trust. I don't trust Ruben's intelligence to allow him to have been some sort of Grand Master in all of this. I'm pretty sure he heard something, some whisper, and decided he needed to take advantage of the situation while it was brewing, especially with Adam Dennett now dead.
I think he was on the plot from the beginning or just recently?
I do not know. Could have been, could have not been. He's dead now. Who knows? I don't know what's going on. But, did you find out anything from Fabius, Thorsten?
For the most part, we're now looking for a poison dealer by the name of Glorious Tech. He's a Bravosi. Carries a fencing blade with him.
Fencing blade?
Was the no, it was a Dornish guy. Never mind, I think of the wrong person. Okay.
And he will lead us to he will be the one who, I'm almost positive, poisoned Jaren with the venom and the fire.
Right, and kidnapped Constance. Okay. Oh, this has been a day.
Yes, it has.
Great.
Actually, so who's in this team? Nymora's unconscious. So, Thorsten, Clarissa, and
Henrik?
Henrik.
Me.
I'm going to be...
And-
Can
and Alley Cat.
make a cunning memory test?
I can.
I can make a cunning or like a memory
Same
test.
here.
I don't
I
have.
have that.
I could always try.
Fuck. Yes.
Okay. This one's something funny.
Fuck yeah, Bailey.
Oh, there we go.
So,
That was actually really good, Henrik.
it is good. It's not good enough.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, it was formidable as TN12. But Thorsten and Clarissa.
Actually got a 2 degrees of success.
Yes, you did. You've heard the name Glorious Tech before.
What? When?
Fuck.
The night you entered King's Landing. Captain Simonen, Topper, questioned you if you had any connection or knew of a man named Glorious Tech,
Oh.
who was a known poisoner.
Oh shit.
Plot thickens.
Dun, dun, dun.
Just want to figuratively look over at Fabius, be like, man, you fucked. Not only by the Maesters, but by the gold cloaks.
Maybe we could adopt him too,
I mean,
guys. We already have a string of people.
And it's already kind of, yeah, like...
You want to adopt discount Victor Frankenstein?
No, he's not the one I'm adopting.
He's not even like a young, hot Victor Frankenstein. He's
No. I got my sights
Man.
on someone else. It wasn't a Maester wannabe. Don't worry.
And he's also fucked by House Lucas for impersonating a Maester.
Yeah, we just give
it.
it back to Lucas's. They seem to take care of their people who work for them. So
This
sure,
is
it'll be
assuming
fine.
the Lucases are not in on it. But
3 months is a long time,
Mhm.
which means it wasn't somebody who, once they got to King's Landing, said
Yeah.
they don't have a maester with them.
Hmm.
It would have had to be somebody who knew in advance the Lucases' plans, or the Lucases themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They're behind it. They seem smart enough to reach out to someone like this. I don't know why they would want him in particular, though. What they would need with experimenting on bodies to live forever.
Perhaps I can talk to Topper again. I don't know if he's currently out searching for my cousin's bastard. We don't know what the timeline on that looks like.
But still,
Cousins faster.
But that would still be like your cousin, though. I think
Second cousin. technically.
Yeah, but
Fair
still
enough.
like cousin.
Thrice removed.
Once removed. Yeah. There we go.
Well, perhaps we could. No, last time I asked about somebody suspicious, I almost got thrown in jail. I'm learning from my mistakes, Thorsten, I promise. It's slow, but progress.
At least you're learning.
At least I'm learning.
They look at Henrik when they say that.
Yeah.
And Nomura.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fitting. We're both.
Okay.
For Maester Khan, who would be the person in charge of? Not necessarily. I don't think there's anybody specific in charge of fraud and all that stuff. Or if there is, who would that be?
Well, in charge of dealing any kind of punishment generally.
Mhm.
I mean, the final decision is definitely made by the Grand Maester.
Obviously, but I also know he's a very, very, very busy man, so I don't want to bother him with such a trivial.
You're like
Well,
a council or something.
Yeah, he's supposed to be at the conference.
True.
He does. Well, I guess we wouldn't know this, but he doesn't like Guyver, and he might not like people like doing experimental spooky maester shit.
Well, we definitely don't know that because
No, sorry, meta knowledge.
none of that shit has happened yet.
It's. Well, I'd like to turn. If we're done with Fabius, I'd like to turn him over to the Maesters to receive his punishment, and then let them know that other things. So after he's done with that, if anything, be turned over to the Gold Cloaks.
What does a maester punishment consist of? I'm really curious now.
Well, here's the thing. Like, technically, the Maesters have no jurisdiction over him because he's never been a Maester ever. He's
Okay.
just impersonated one, which that would be more a thing you call the cops for rather than.
Okay. So, okay.
If he was a Maester and is doing these things, yes, that would be the right move. But you have found out that Fabius has never been a Maester. He just dressed up as one.
Okay.
Also,
So-
gold cloaks, maybe?
What? Yes. What?
How about Simonin, that guy? Let him have a victory. Pretty
Yeah,
good one.
you get a false
Probably.
maester that's been experimenting on people. That's pretty good.
Yes, could turn that around even to asking more about Tech, the poisoner.
Yeah.
Henrik, would you like to go find? Well, no, apparently.
Just leave the tent.
And
Let
it was
me-
like,
Let me
I'm
take
out.
a piss outside the tent.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll turn to Thorsten then as Henrik leaves. What do you think the repercussions would be for telling someone that Constance was kidnapped and that Jaren was poisoned? What would the I can't think of any.
what would be the consequence to them or to the person who did said thing?
No, to us.
Well, until we know for sure it was. I mean, I'm almost positive it was Glarius Tech because of what I've learned from Fabius, but I don't want to say it's 100% until we know it's 100%. Then we can do that. That way we know we've got all the cards in our hand versus uncertainty.
Okay.
I think that would
Okay.
be best.
Oh yeah, Alley-Cat's been there the whole time. Yeah, Alley-Cat's actually gonna speak out real quick. He goes, "Oi, if
Turn to
I
Alley-Cat.
contributed some, important piece of information, would I be rewarded
Of course,
with what?"
I pull out 2 gold dragons and I hand them to her.
She never seen a gold dragon before in her life.
She's just like, it's like you're hanging in a biscuit away. It's like, all right,
Much.
cool.
And I can convert that for you.
Cool, whatever. No, I'll take it. Anyway, he's lying, and she just takes a pear bite.
And as he
Mm.
points to Fabius.
Yeah.
And how is
Why?
he like?
Well, he named all the people he knew and seen. I know for a fact he's seen another one, and he's not mentioning her.
Her.
Mm.
Do you know who she is?
Well, I've already told you about it.
What?
Now I gotta go through notes
No.
and hope I have them.
Fabius's eyes have gone. It like looks confused, and you can tell he knows his name has been said, but he's not super
Mhm.
picked up.
It's
The woman that's shown up at like
You
third.
can say it. It's okay.
yeah, no, I think it's the woman who is fucking Galeris.
Yeah.
But they don't know her name or anything, right? Because I had mentioned it's
Alley
mentioned
Cat
in my
doesn't
notes,
know
but-
it, so she hasn't mentioned it. But this woman has been consistently tied to like the dude that they've
Yeah.
acquired poison from. We just have the name of the poisoner
Okay.
now.
Oh,
I think we just had the same thought. The brain cells collected.
My only two left.
And goes, and here's the thing. I'm pretty sure he's seen her naked.
What, the Fabius has seen the lady naked?
Yeah, she's had some kind of issue. He treated her.
It was syphilis.
Herpagonosyphilites? I love that you broke both Aaron and Anthony.
describe the woman.
Yeah. There's no. Thoros is already gone. Can I?
Describe a naked lady.
Describe a naked woman.
Let the Alley Cat get him to
Who's it?
talk.
He's a fucking coward. Like he's, I could do something. I've just been fucking sitting here. I'm bored.
What do you say, Clarissa?
It's covered in blood. She'll turn and she'll go, please, if you would.
And as that happens, I go back to working on Nymora because healing wounds, not creating wounds.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Malachi just goes up to him and basically goes, "You lied about the lady," and he just like looks wide and looks at her, and he's like, goes, "Yeah, you did," and he just pulls a knife out and is pointing it at him. Like, tell truth, or I stab you in your cock, and points at his
Crotch.
crotch. He seems to understand
The gist of that one.
to a degree, and he just goes, and he kind of like clenches his eyes and goes, and is like, "They're gonna give you to the gold cloaks," and he seems to like understand the word gold cloak. So you fucked anyway, mate. And yeah, with the intimidation you guys did before and Alicat's previous knowledge, he will be like, he nods. He's like, tall, dark hair. And he kind of goes and he goes, "Her name Marita."
I
My
called
love.
it from the fucking beginning. She was fucking
my love, not Nymora's, but my love. I'm so sad that you have syphilis. I'm sorry.
Well, you don't know.
He goes,
But I don't know.
and he goes, she she loves roughly, and she likes burn people.
Good wit marks. Shit. Okay.
Great. Okay. Marita Lucas, then.
Oh, you know her. You know her. Yeah?
I do,
Mhm.
yes.
No, there
Okay.
you go.
Thank you very much, Alley Cat. Is 5 silver stags a good tip?
Guys, well, I mean, money, whatever, but the lady says she's taking me in to be schooled or proper, and I think this means that regardless of the situation, I mean, you've got a pretty stocked pantry, eh?
Food?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, of course.
Like, great. I would like to have permanent lifetime access at any time.
The kitchen. All right. You know
Sure,
what?
I guess. Great. I will talk to the
When-
cooks.
I'm sorry.
I also want my own room.
That can be done.
Lost him. Okay.
You've spent
Perfect.
your whole life being hungry. You know.
Yeah.
Perfect. But that means that you can't go running off, especially while we're in King's Landing. Just to be clear, I don't think you were planning on it. I don't think you were planning on it, but it needs to be stated.
Hell no. No, there's just bowls of fruit and wine in here.
Help yourself, but I might need your help, so don't
Okay.
get too drunk.
Like, and cute guys. And points at points at Kale. And Kale's like, really looks very uncomfortable.
12-year-old points
As
at
a fan.
Okay. Henrik, would you like to go find your parents and update them on the Marita Lugas situation?
I think that would be wise. I'm just surprised that I know something before them for once. I will find them right away.
Yeah, it's only chance. Don't get used to it.
That's right. I'll go find my mama and papa. So
Yes,
I
they
can
are
find
back at the inn.
Yes.
They're done with their ride.
They have
Jesus Christ.
they have fully secured the dagger as they wanted. It is not stolen. It is exactly where they originally hid it, not unfound. But before we do that, let's take our break.
Okay.
Good work, everyone.
Oh goodness.
Things are cooking. I can go
Are
anywhere,
cooking.
get your bathroom in, get your food, get your water, get all your stuff, and then when we get back from the break,
Feed your cats.
see where this goes.
Your cats.
Yep, feed cats, all that good stuff. All right, don't go nowhere.